mic.
How's Chuck's mic always too loud? Wow. Wow. So this is amazing, y'all. We have a community spotlight today that is superb. This is an amazing crew that just came in. It is the weekend of the reunion of the class of 1969.
No.
69.
I said 69, didn't I?
Not 19.
69. The class of 69.
Yes.
We have never been the
Affirmative.
class of 1969.
Absolutely. Too formal.
The class of 69, which is the high for Sunday. The
That's right.
temperature is 69. That's
When
what the
we take
weather
up-
lady
That's
just
it.
said.
When we
right.
take over, we take over.
That is right. Well, look, I don't know who to introduce first, but I'm going to go to the guy that worked here because the vice president of the class,
of Vice.
of 69
Yes.
says that WSGC is the official radio station for the class of 69.
Woohoo!
Yes.
At the same time, Bob Lee, I found out, is in this class.
That's correct.
Bob is such an awesome cheerleader. Every time I see him out, number one in the nation.
Number one radio
station in the nation.
Right.
And we bring in an employee. He was employed here, y'all. This is where he got his start, Mr. Matt Hunt.
Greetings.
Oh, yes.
Look, Matt, you started here, but you went way on to bigger and better things.
Well,
So,
we had a good time.
yeah.
We had a good time just bumbling in and out of opportunity.
There you go.
He was the first mobile reporter for the.
We all had
WSGC.
mobile units in our cars, in our
Yes.
personal vehicles. That's before cell phones.
Yeah.
He's talking about a scanner.
Like a CB, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I got a funny story about that if you want to hear it.
It
But let's get to some
Well,
other
I tell you
stuff.
what. So right now, the class of 69,
Very good.
we got Chuck Riley, we got Bob Lee, we got Matt Hunt. But then to make y'all look a little bit better,
A
you
lot
brought in
better.
some younger ladies.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mascots.
yes.
Mascots,
I'm
we
the
call it.
youngest and one of the youngest in the class.
Yes, we are.
That's right.
So what year did they graduate?
Same year.
There's no way.
We were smart.
There's no way that they graduated the same
They
year.
were early admittance.
We were, yes, and we were put up several years because of our intelligence, yes.
Their
Well, they sure do make y'all look better. That's all I'm saying.
Their
That's all
inter-
I'm saying.
their intellect and beauty was just amazing.
There
And we
you-
go back even further than that. Most of the people in this room graduated from the Jack and Jill kindergarten class of 57.
57.
And our
We did.
diploma, that's the only diploma I ever had over my desk anywhere I've been. It said that Matt Hunt has graduated from the Jack and Jill kindergarten and did all he was asked to do.
And did it. And that's what,
And that is the
and
only
more.
place I ever worked.
that probably does say
Yeah,
that.
Yeah,
Yes.
it does. It
Yeah.
says that. I've got it
Wow.
hanging. I got it hanging in my office right now.
Wow. It because I think I had one of those too that said he did all that was like expected of him. Tell me this: who else is in this awesome class? Because just to see who is already, who else do we know that is in the class?
Well, His Honor.
the judge,
Yes.
Chris Phelps.
Yes.
Rusty Adams.
Yes.
We got to introduce our
Randall.
girls. So,
Oh,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah,
yes,
yeah,
yes,
yeah,
Deborah.
yeah.
Deborah Hickenbotham Robertson and Susan Reese Lee from
No.
the Projects.
Wait a minute.
I did not go to Jack and Jill because I couldn't afford
To go.
tuition.
I
But
have
we-
questions
hey,
for
we-
y'all. I have questions for y'all. Did y'all
go
date
to
in high
Jack
school
and
at
Jill,
all?
but I lived on the other
You
side
did?
of the track.
You did? And when did y'all reunite?
That's another.
Oh, Lord, that's a story. I'll have to come another day.
Okay, that's all.
But in 83,
In '83.
we
In '83.
reunited.
Wow. Reunited. And it
But
feels
she was
so
his
good.
senior sponsor.
She was
wasn't she?
headed to New York to get married, and I intercepted
Really?
the ball.
Are you serious?
Oh, yeah.
And you went for interception,
Great.
caught that thing, and went for a home run. And took it with you. It took you. There's so many things I could say for the but I can't go there.
Hey, Frank Eves is another class.
Frank's class
Uh-huh.
69.
Yes.
Wow.
Philip Brady.
Philip Brady.
And Phyllis, his twin.
Yep, Phyllis.
I want to come to this reunion. I want to
come
see all
on.
these people.
Come on.
Everybody You does. come on.
What are y'all eating? What?
Stan, everyone wants to come to our reunion.
That's right. We had people crashing it. My
Wow.
younger brother years ago, that was his pride that he snuck in, and he was 4 years behind us.
Yes.
And he
yes.
got into our reunion when we had it at the theater, right? Yeah.
Well, look, I'm doing sound at the fair and all that, but so I don't know how late y'all go, but I may not get out till 10:30 or 11.
That's past our bedtime.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It'd be over by
You
then.
know, the Silver Comet
Yeah,
is making an appearance on the square.
Yeah.
the silver.
Saturday.
Yeah.
The Silver Comet, which retired
Yeah,
after we went
but it's
to
coming back.
Washington.
It couldn't take another class after we did it.
Wow.
Nor the
They had to
hotel in
drive
Washington.
where did they drive to get on the train after?
Toccoa.
But it was
Tacoma.
only
Oh, my
one class I
gosh.
found out.
Wow.
70 went.
Yeah.
Wow.
See, Stan, we don't do anything halfway as
No.
this class.
Yeah.
I mean, when we've had reunions, I'll have to say, pardon me, we have had a tremendous, class all the time. We've had a reunion. We graduated in '69, had a 10-year reunion in '79, and then since '79, we have had a reunion every 5 years since.
Yes.
Wow.
And we have had the TAMs, we've had
Yes.
the swinging medallions.
Mhm.
Wow.
We have done it big time every year. And the reason that we've been able to do this, I moved back, 14 years or so ago. But before I moved back, it's because of people like Bob, Deborah, Susan, Ann Bessinger, Gail
Ann
Luxor
Bessinger?
Phillips. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
These people stayed, close to Elberton or in Elberton after graduation.
I told you we're legendary.
And they
I'm
have
amazed at this class.
They have-
amazed.
they
We have
have
so
made
many
it
people
where
that stayed.
Yeah.
we have been able to have a core group
Yeah.
that has been able to put together this every time for a union, and this year was no exception with these people that I've mentioned.
Wow.
The most unprecedented class to ever graduate from here.
Wow.
That is our word.
Nobody can out-precedent us.
I'm with you right now.
That is
I'm
our
joining
word,
in.
And I Googled that last night to be sure it was legit. I mean, and it's not a word, but it's our word, right?
Yeah, sure.
Does it
There-
mean anything?
Nobody even comes close.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Okay.
There are a lot of good graduating classes in
Yes,
Elbert County.
yeah.
There's no doubt about
They
it.
strive to be
But
like
there's
us.
only one great one.
Well, there's only one
Cla-
69.
That's right.
There's only one class of
Hey,
69.
We pulled off one thing. Is it time to talk about the homecoming, not homecoming, the Hartwell game?
Yeah, you
The Hartwell
yes.
game then.
Yes.
Ask anybody
I
to
was
beat,
fixing to ask
ask
some
anybody to
memories.
beat this one. The Hartwell game used to be the biggest big deal that there could possibly be in the course of a year. And our principal was Mr. Warren Bryant, who we all got along with really good, didn't
Yep,
we?
yep.
Really good. So I went to Mr. Bryant and I said, Mr. Bryant, the Hartwell game's Friday. And he goes, I know. He was worried about what all kind of crazy things could happen, And I said, and nobody's going to be paying attention in class. He says, I know. I said, well, and then just off the wall, Rooster, I think you were standing right
was
there
standing
when that
right there.
happened. And just off the wall, just didn't even mean it. I said, why don't we have an all-day pep rally in the Granite Bowl? And he says,
Did he do it?
good idea.
Are you serious? Y'all got to have an all-day pep
So
rally?
Tiger Tom Denny
Tiger Tom.
and
Wow.
Barry
King.
King in a Cessna 150. Now these guys, I know Chuck's in the
They
picture.
were already flying?
Rooster's in the picture. We got to get them up
Yes,
with
they
their
do.
cargo first. But they made a Hart County dummy, complete with rocks in it to weight it down, cleats on the shoes, helmet, all that stuff,
They
and
drop 'em?
and a casket.
Oh,
I
That
can show
picks
you-
up speed.
I
That
can
is heavy.
I can show you that picture, and I'll look for it later and show it to you later. But anyway,
if it's from the class of 69, we'll take it. Otherwise, we can't. All right.
that's
a phone call.
That's a good
Yes.
priority, sir.
Yes.
Very good.
Yes.
But anyway, their idea, and then Tom Wilhite and I were in my 1953
I remember
Ford
Tom
station
Wilhite.
wagon. Yes.
He's class 69?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, see, we were up there across from what was in the health center and still says so, where his mother worked. And we
Yeah.
borrowed some lab jackets, and Sheriff Adger Moore loaned me a flashing emergency light for the top of the
And he kept it.
station wagon. Yeah, yeah.
you still have it? You
no,
still
not
have it?
that one. Not that
Yeah.
one. But and we relabeled that the horned hearse, and it had these horns coming out the top of this
Wow.
car. So that was the horned hearse. And so we're up there in front of the health center, and Tom Denny and Barry King are flying over with this dummy, and they were to drop it on the 50-yard line.
Yeah.
So Wilhite and I are standing out there in front. Well, that dummy ought to be dropping at some point.
I feel like I've seen this on
maybe
WKRP in Cincinnati.
Maybe they're
but-
circling
Yes.
around, but what happened, and you can get Tom Denny to verify that.
Oh, the humanity.
we
yes.
should have brought Tom Denny in.
He
really.
thought they had practiced and allowed for the wind out at the airport, dropping that dummy.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
the wind stopped, and since they were in it, they didn't know it. So here comes this
Oh.
dummy coming down, not toward the 50-yard line, but from where Tom Wilhite and I were standing up
Oh,
on Church Street, and it hits, and it knocked a dent in the pavement about that deep.
Is it still there?
They paved it. They
Oh.
paved it a few times since then. They had to come pave it then.
Yeah.
But then we come crashing in there with our dummy, you know, and we didn't have the dummy in the casket yet, but we had pitchforks to stab it with since we were the Blue Devils.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And we get there, and then Gaines Butler, Randall Moore, y'all help me not forget anybody,
Very
is up there
well.
on the other side shooting at it as if they were revenuers,
Oh,
shooting a bootlegger. And hey,
Wow.
we had a cool story behind this.
Yeah.
It was-
See, Matt missed the whole point is when the plane is flying over,
Yeah.
then about 4 or 5 guys over where the jail is now, up on that hill, was all bushes. Well, needless to say, you couldn't do it now because we all had shotguns, and so we start shooting at the dummy, at the plane. That's when the dummy drops out somewhere other than the granite boat.
I gotta ask a question.
We had 1,000 students
You're
in the granite
shooting at
boat.
a plane?
Yes,
Yes.
But you don't think you are because you don't think like
No, we know what we're doing.
y'all. And this was a different time. I just want to say that a
Yeah,
different
in
time of
jail
life.
time.
You can't have fun like that anymore.
Yeah, we would be in jail.
No.
Stan, let me tell you something.
Yes.
In the paper this week, there's another class of 69 picture.
Yes.
The Blackwell High School class of 69.
Yes.
And at that time, we were going through freedom of choice, not
Yeah.
full integration.
Yeah.
And I called City Councilman Terry Burton, who was in that class.
Yes.
And it was kind of a weird time when you think about, we didn't know the Blackwell class of 69 existed, and they didn't know we existed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we had a common denominator.
Yeah.
Jacqueline Hurd came to with us for 2 years and went back to Blackwell to graduate, and she's in the picture as Jacqueline Hubert.
Okay.
And I called her this week,
Yes.
and I said, you got a unique distinction because
She's
you
both
are in
classes.
our class also.
Yeah.
But she couldn't come. She's doing a Christian
Oh,
speaking
man.
engagement tomorrow night.
Yeah.
But she is our common denominator
For,
between,
between
the
the
two
two classes.
So there were 2 great classes of 69 in Elbert
Wow.
County at
Yes.
that time.
Wow.
Yeah, look at their picture. They have got a great representation.
This is
This is the
awesome, and I'll
dummy.
look at the paper when we finish today. Okay.
All right, there's Chuck,
Yeah.
and there's Rooster,
Yeah.
and there's me with my white socks.
Wow. Yes. Man, this is so cool.
Yeah.
I'm amazed
And
at
that's the horn hearse.
I'm amazed at all the folks that are. Oh, there's it. There it is. A picture to go with the story. The pictures.
Just thinking back to Thomas Moon, pastor out at historic Ruckersville Methodist Church.
Yes.
Yes. Was
we
he in
ha-
the class too?
Yes,
Martin Daniel.
Martin Daniel.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's I mean
Wow.
it's incredible. You think of all the great citizens that were in our class.
And one of our committee members, Gail Lunsford, is coming later this morning, but she's a retired principal, and she's got everything in her computer.
Yeah.
So when we say reunion, she goes to
Just
work.
type.
She's got everybody's address, phone
Everything.
number, email, blood type, credit score, everything.
And we've referenced that the theme of the reunion is the Silver Comet, and God bless Gail Lunsford's mother, because she's like most mothers. She kept everything that Gail had to do, especially with the Silver Comet, from baggage tickets to napkins from the train. I mean, it's amazing. It's like it truly is. There's a store in town, storefront, the time capsule. We truly have a time capsule with Gail.
Wow. Wow. I'm just amazed. I want to. Curious. Did anybody know that Chris Phelps would become the honorable Chris Phelps?
Absolutely. He was judge of the traffic court.
Oh, was he really? By the way, I just saw that y'all had a traffic court, and that blew me away. I was like, "What? How does a traffic court get formed in the class of '69?
Well, we had painted the parking places, and we had to judge where people were and where they didn't park illegal and stuff like that.
You had an assigned spot.
Yeah. And
So Chris
yeah.
Phelps really became that judge.
Yeah. And you could keep guns in your car because you get.
Hey, I
After deer
remember
hunting.
that. I remember that, and that's what I'm saying, folks. So it was a different time. I
Oh.
remember people getting something for Christmas, and I'll just say a gift. Well, everybody would go to the parking lot. Even teachers would come out and look, and then just put it back in your truck and go to class. And I remember that, and it's just amazing that we're in a different world now. I mean, it really is. But now, who do we have here?
That's Gail. That's
Okay,
Gail.
okay.
Gail
Lunsford
Lunsford Phillips,
Okay.
sitting in my lap.
Oh, that's you.
Yeah.
How do you get so lucky?
It was a different time.
How did you get so lucky? How does Matt Hunt get this lucky? And he has a nameplate.
Yeah.
Why is your nameplate in front of the principal? Did you take over the
I
principal's
took over the
office?
principal's office for that photograph.
Wow. Look, this is so amazing to me to see the class of '69, and how are the events lined up for the weekend? What will y'all be doing? Because there's no football game tonight.
Right, and that's one of the reasons we picked this weekend.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
It's open.
got an open date. Yeah, this evening we're going to gather at the hotel lobby, anybody that wants to, and move down to the Flat Tire Grill because they
Yes.
have karaoke. And we
Karaoke
got,
tonight.
yeah, and we got a couple
Wow.
of class members that do that. And then tomorrow, 5:15, 5:30, we gather at the hotel lobby, and then move out to the fountain for the picture, class
Yes.
photo. And after that, move back inside, and we've got heavy hors d'oeuvres and desserts for our class members. Lobby's open, dining room's open. Out on the back deck, we've got a DJ.
Oh, nice, nice.
Till
So-
play till 10. If anybody makes it till 10 in this class, they get an award.
And we pass the bucket and stay till 10:15.
Well, look at this. They have made the hotel. Tiffany Mercer has taken over, and the outside is just beautiful. And I know y'all have. I really would crash y'all's reunion, but I have prior engagements. But if y'all are still there both nights, if you are,
Come.
I'm crashing. I'm coming in.
Some of them are staying there.
Yeah. Now I'm 20 years. Off, but y'all's class has got way more going on than ours.
We don't talk about
so
age.
Let
Yeah.
Deborah tell you about working with the staff at Samuel Elbert Hotel, the historic Samuel
Samuel
Elbert
Elbert.
Hotel.
They are awesome. They have been awesome. Tiffany is there to do whatever we want, whatever we need. So we just went ahead and booked the whole hotel like we did last time. We've booked all the rooms.
We own the hotel.
We
y'all
did.
took it over.
That's our
Y'all took it over.
That's our motto. We take over. But Tiffany's been wonderful, and we are so blessed to have her. And she fixes whatever we want, does whatever we want, and has been so cooperative.
It is a great venue for class reunions and other things. They have, top-notch service.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
sorry, they're sold out tomorrow. They're sold out this
Well, I was
weekend.
fixing to say, I was wondering about guests that might be in the hotel, but they're going to be with y'all. So,
They're us.
so you
They are the
have
guests.
the restaurant area, you've got the back room area, and you've got the patio area.
Right.
And we've got all
And
the rooms.
every room.
And
too.
Every room. Every room.
Did
There's
you not?
comments that I can't make right now, but anyway.
The hotel calls us if someone
Well,
actually needs a room.
Yeah.
For us to give them
Approved.
permission to.
So,
book a room.
like, they have to go through the class of '69.
Yes.
Let me just take this because Deborah mentioned Tiffany. I've got some names down, and I didn't want to forget these, but we want to thank Tiffany and Nicole. They were at the hotel working with us, and then I'm going to let Bob mention something about Pat Bell, but I want to mention him. He's done some
awesome.
props work. I don't want to just say decorations. Ann Jensen, Ann's a member of the class as well.
So, Ann Jensen is class of
Yes,
69?
yes.
Y'all don't stop. I mean, my God.
She's done graphic design for us. Elberton Star, Bob has been up there with them talking, getting our notifications in on timely basis, and I'd like to thank Elberton Star. Rod Signs, we had some signs done up. He was big. That was a big help for us. Butler Office Supplies, because gosh knows, I'm in on the thread. Oh, and by the way, when we met first time, probably back in August, I just sit there and as vice president, I just supervise, make sure my peeps are doing right.
Yeah.
And I throw in a comment every now and then, just for future reference. They don't know this. There have been 2,761 postings made to that thread since we
Wow.
We have a group. We have a group chat.
Yeah.
How many women? I'm not trying to, but how many women are on that thread?
3.
Okay.
But
Okay.
yeah, we're not the ones doing all the talking. I'll tell you that. There's no telling what
The
time of
long
night you
text
might
comes
get.
from Bob Lee.
Bob.
Yes.
Probably the
No
most.
telling
Yeah,
what
yeah.
time.
And then
So good.
and then City of Elberton, you know,
Awesome.
they're going to shut the square off so we can get the picture and everything.
Wow.
They've done a great job. And then I guess we can't forget the official radio station of the
Yes.
Class
Yes.
of 69
Yes.
reunion.
The number one radio
one.
station in America.
Wow. Well, look, I'm honored to even be in this room right here.
You should be.
I am, and I'm more honored to see the who's who of this class. I mean, I'm amazed at the class of '69. Every name y'all mention is like, wow.
And
this
Stan,
is
there are
incredible.
others. There
Yeah.
are
Yes,
others
there are.
that are contributing to the class and to the community
Yeah.
just as much as the others are.
That's
It's-
right.
Wow.
We're an organic group.
It's a joint effort. Yes.
Let me ask this too about the school, because wasn't that prior to the school burning down, or was it?
No,
Well,
we're not that old.
They burned that other school down to make us a new one.
That's
So y'all
right.
went here?
Exactly right.
Did y'all go
Where the
here?
county complex is.
Okay. Oh, that was your high school.
That
was
our
Yes,
That was your high
yes.
school.
County college.
Okay. Okay. It that
Hey,
was
that
my middle
school,
school.
the one that burned down,
Yeah.
burned down as we were in kindergarten.
Yeah.
And we
Okay.
remember being, taken to kindergarten, and you see the big kids, seniors and juniors,
Yeah.
going
Over to
across
the
the street
Lutheran
from the
church.
Methodist church
Church.
and the Baptist
Yeah, they
church.
went to the church.
Because that,
Yeah.
yeah, they
Yeah.
went to the churches for high school.
Wow.
And for
Wow.
that kind of a frame of reference, the tag office was Miss Booth's algebra class.
What did he just say? What?
Latin class.
Miss Booth's algebra class.
Wow. Wow.
The tax commissioner's office, or the tax assessor's office, was Miss Bryant's chemistry lab.
Wow. Wow.
You talk about nightmares going in there trying to straighten something out in the tax office.
Yeah.
Couldn't think of anything, just nightmares from being in that
You just
chemistry
remember
class. Yes.
Flashback.
You just kind of black out when you go.
Yes, yes. And then the first door on the left as you enter from that lower wing was Ms. Janie Dale Gaines' Latin class.
Wow. Wow. That sounds hard.
Some of y'all smart people tell what happened in that room.
That was a tough one.
Vicki Chandler could decipher anything. She's a year older than us.
We can't go on without talking about Miss Holloman. Anybody remember her?
Oh, yeah. That was Miss News' sister.
Yes. And Ms. Newsroom was Jerusalem.
All right. Let's start leaving.
I'm just trying to look at these
That's
pictures.
Phil-
and
Philip
see-
Brady.
Philip
See him right
Brady.
there?
Yes.
Let's see who else you might know. Keep
Wow.
talking and I'll find somebody legendary and show him to
Probably
you.
knows
Oh,
Pat
Gaines
Terrell.
Butler. He'll be there tonight.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I already know
Wow.
that.
Lat Hurd, who we lost.
Yeah,
Wow.
Lat Hurd.
Lat.
Hey,
Wow.
Lat.
Yeah.
You know, it was a time when the Elbert Square.
Lat Hurd and Ann were class ideals.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Man.
We've lost some really good people in when we were going through our first meeting. I think prior to this we had 183 in the class, somewhere around there. Is that right?
That's a
Someone-
pretty good sized class.
I think we need
Yeah.
Gail here for these numbers on
For the
that. But
numbers,
183, and then we were figuring up, and before this reunion, we had like 33. We had like 33 deceased members.
Okay.
And
Sam
so I think
Cunningham.
I think we've had
Yes,
maybe
wow.
nine persons that have deceased since the last reunion that we had. But
And just to mention a couple of our biggest cheerleaders, Margieville was one of our biggest cheerleaders.
Yeah.
She
Yeah.
was, and we've lost her. And then Nancy Wilhite,
Oh, yeah.
she is our biggest cheerleader, and she'll be there
Devil
tonight.
with the blue dress. on.
Devil
Yeah.
with the blue. She'll be there in her blue dress tonight.
And I
Tomorrow
got
night.
Matt and I always say we came up in the best of times, with the best of parents, with the best of friends.
Yeah.
And at that time, the public square, all the merchants were around. It was so active.
Yeah.
Had the Dairy Queen and the Dixie Burger where everybody rode. There was a little figure eight that everybody rode around. It was kind of like American graffiti.
And
Yeah,
there were rules
yeah.
to be a burger all-star.
Yeah,
You
there'd be
remember?
a burger all-star. and it was just it was a time even with the cars were coming out of the 50s and early 60s hot rods, and all of a sudden the new muscle cars came out.
Oh yeah.
And it was just a unique time to come up.
Wow. Now I'm really jealous of y'all. I'm sitting here like, man.
You should be.
Because I was in the 80s where the little Toyota little cars were like and those muscle cars, you know. And my first car was a Chevy Nova, y'all, but not the Chevy Nova you think of that was so cool in the 70s.
Road Runner,
yeah,
Charger.
My Chevy Nova was pretty much a little Toyota Civic. Those Chevy Novas became like Toyota in Japan, like made them. And I'm like, man, the 80s, you know, but
Stan.
y'all lived it up.
Stan.
Y'all lived it up. Yes.
We did.
My first car was brought down from Indiana on the back of a granite truck because it wouldn't run.
Look,
My father had a dealer up there.
Matt had the Matmobile, and I rode with Judge Phelps in his grandmama's 1948. It looked like a jelly bean.
wow, it's just a big bubble.
A licorice jelly
What
bean.
was your car, Chuck?
Mine was, I don't know what year it was, but it was a Vauxhall.
A Vauxhall.
Vauxhall. Andrews and Smith had to rebuild the back spring bumper because it was in the trunk. But
Wow.
Don Andrews' father, who did that, he always called it a Foxhall.
Wow. Wow.
My daddy would haul those cars down here from up north because they had salt damage.
That's it.
And that's why we got them so cheap.
That's exactly
and,
it.
They would bring them down. And
Susan had a Volkswagen that was a welded car. The front of it was different than the back. There was a business here that specialized in clip cars,
Yeah.
and her front was different than the back of
So
her
you had two
Volkswagen.
cars.
I had two cars.
Yeah, two
And
cars.
if you got behind it, it looked like a junkyard dog walking.
It
It went sideways.
Wow.
It was a crab. Looked like a crab.
So you turn it. And it's,
Hey,
Hey, Stan,
the
no.
seat belt wouldn't clip because it's two different cars.
oh my God.
This is one of those things, you can't make this up.
I think Bob Lee made that up.
No,
about seatbelt.
no,
No,
No.
That's the truth.
I just love how they dated in high school, but came back together.
That's it.
I mean,
That is
that's-
it.
That is something
Perfect.
else. And so, and you know, Steve Hickenbotham comes by here a lot, and we always kid him because he really don't talk a lot on the radio. But Deborah's already out-talked Steve for the whole year, like the whole year. And I just think it's wonderful.
He's
so.
another
Thank
crasher. He's crashed our reunions. Don Andrews, brother-in-law of mine,
Yes.
he has crashed our reunions. A couple of my kids, I mean, my family, they just crashed.
I mean, it was the hottest ticket in town. Facial ID is what they invented just to keep people out of
people
our reunions.
out of our
That doesn't
Yeah.
work. That doesn't work
No.
anymore unless you update the picture.
What, like, who else is in this class that may not be able to make? Or I'm trying to think, like Cliff. Cliff, was he in this class?
Jerry
Mike,
Mike
was-
No, Mike Jurgen,
Mike
Cliff,
Jurgen.
Cliff's older brother, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Jerry Teasley.
Jerry
Yes,
Teasley.
yes.
Tell him about Teasley. Oh,
Dude, Elvis.
Yeah,
No,
Elvis.
He was
yeah.
a musician. Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Jerry did Elvis, and he can sing really well, and he did a lot for some benefits and whatever. So we talked to him about coming to do the karaoke tonight.
Yes.
Although he's under the weather, but when I talked to him, I said, "We need Elvis." He said, "Elvis is bald."
Oh my gosh. Things change over time, don't they? Look, I mean, y'all be doing karaoke.
This is
I'm-
Margie. She talked
Okay.
about Margie.
yeah.
Jack Stovall.
Yes.
Jack Stovall's 69.
Yes.
Like
Yes.
Oh yeah.
It so when I finish the fair tonight, I am going to see if y'all are still at Flat Tire, and I'm just going to sit back and enjoy it. I mean, I'm just going to
That's
like,
what we're gonna do.
yeah, that is incredible. So, and now you're going to have more crashers that y'all are.
Yep.
No one left behind.
No
If-
one left behind.
If I still had the limo, but I sold it, I would be bringing that just to ride y'all around. It
Now, that's a cool idea.
So.
You can get it back for a night, can't you?
By the way, I don't even know where it's at. I think it's in Augusta now. I don't know it. But hey, people have asked, or is this being taped? Yes, it will be on YouTube of all places.
my
Just look for WSGC Radio and the class of '69. It will be on YouTube.
The official station.
The official station for the class of '69.
Stan, we can
Thank you.
initiate you.
Are you serious?
Tom Denny
Yes.
still fly, we'll give you a parachute and land
I
you
ain't
on
jumping.
The 50.
Land on the jump.
Let's see if we can hit the 50-yard
Just
line.
knowing,
Yeah, you
just
don't have to
knowing that
jump.
I could hit concrete, I'm out.
Okay, I'm wondering if I even should say this, but
Hold on, I'll get the red button ready.
don't say it,
I'll get
then.
the-
Don't say it.
So far, don't mess up.
but I
Williams.
but I will.
Say it.
As you know, this is one of the things you go back. Initiating. You as a
Yeah.
member. My
Yes.
wife Terry was
Honorary.
the mascot of the class of '69 for her aunt. Think about that.
For her aunt.
Yeah, she was 4 years old.
She's a little, she's a,
Oh!
she's a little
You
young.
rocked the cradle.
Yes, he
Rock
did.
the cradle.
Yeah, he did. He absolutely did.
She made me a better man.
Yeah. It's,
I agree. No, he's a good man.
wow. Yeah, it took me a minute to get that one, Chuck. I was
Yeah.
like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Chuck. Chuck
We've
went,
got a
yeah.
group too, Stan, that we met together once a month for I don't know how many years, and we eat lunch together, and we do it upright. We are the best. That is the best group of prayer warriors that you have
Wow.
ever seen
Yes.
for each other and family members. And we're the biggest partiers you've ever seen. So we leave no stone unturned.
Y'all got it all.
We got it covered.
100%.
Deborah, how many do y'all have? Because it's a group of it is
Around
class.
20.
There's about
Now,
20
and
on our
we
group
have a group
Wow.
meet that's got like 26.
Mhm.
So that's how many rotate through. But it's usually at least 15 or 20 every month.
That is great. That shows you how we have the core group and everyone in our class cares about each other.
That's
Yes.
right.
That's
Yeah.
That's right.
always has been.
That's right.
I love it. I
We
love
have a bond like no other.
And Deborah, I love how you talked about as prayer warriors and just having that connection there.
We are
but
so blessed.
but then the biggest, like the partiers, and I'm wondering, Chuck, I live near Chuck, kind of around the corner from Bob and Susan. But I remember one year, of course, I had went to Tennessee a couple of years, but you had the biggest party at your house. Was that the class?
The
Yeah.
oyster roast.
Was that the class
it-
of '69?
And
Part
friends.
of it. It was just
Friends.
it was just something that I wanted to have an oyster roast every year, and then one year we did have it in conjunction with the
reunion.
class reunion.
Okay.
It was a Hartwell weekend.
Yeah.
So we had we had hot dogs and everything with a game on Friday at my house, and then
We even
we
had
came.
a couple that slept over under the tree, right?
I think
Hey,
He'll
And
be there
bringing a whole
tonight.
new meaning to this
He'll
class.
be there tonight.
Yeah.
And
We
somebody-
prayed for him.
Somebody showed up with the old drive-in theater sign.
Acres
Acres of happiness.
Galen Mills.
Yes.
Galen,
Is
Judy-
Galen part of
Judy's in
69?
our
Judy.
class.
No, but
His
Judy.
wife
Oh,
is-
Judy
Judy's
is
in
in
our
class
class.
'69.
And Ellen Franklin is in our class.
Yep.
Wow. Wow.
You'll see
And
a
we
lot of
just-
celebrities there tonight.
Well, look, I ended up getting a TV and putting it outside my house when you had your TV at your house, so that I could hear y'all yelling. Like when my TV, I was like when Georgia had a touchdown,
George has done something there.
but behind me I had this 5.1 surround sound, and it would be like your people were like, and I was like, this is the coolest ever.
Well, let me tell you, the one that we had. This is not related to
Y'all
that.
threw the TV in the fire pit that night, I think.
Well,
It
I'll
fell-
tell you,
it fell in there.
there's nothing that'll clear out a party any quicker than that long pass that Auburn got.
Oh man.
It went from euphoria when Aaron Murray snuck it in
To like,
to
quiet.
well, I gotta go after the
That's all I
pass.
gotta go.
Wow. Well, I love seeing the yearbooks that they brought in, folks, class of '69, and it is cool. I wonder if yearbooks are like in the library or anything where you can just go.
They
and
are.
look.
They are.
So you could thumb through and look and remember. And I tell you what, the class of '69 reunion this weekend gonna be a great night tonight, great night tomorrow night, and so is that the judge?
Yes.
Wow.
Stan, you just said you can look in the yearbook and remember. I think it's in this is a good time to point out that our class motto, which God, if it was ever so appropriate, was try to remember.
Yes.
Try to remember.
Try to remember. So
Well, that's what we're trying to do.
Try to remember. I woke up this morning like that. I was like that guy that ran for vice president one time. What day is it? Who am I? Well, this is great and so awesome, and just looking forward to it. Who all played sports? Because I know Bob did. Chuck,
did.
what position did you play? I should know this since we do pick 'em.
I played basketball and baseball.
Baseball.
Okay.
Brent Adams, who was a year younger than us, convinced me I was too small to play football.
With one lick.
Graduated at 138 pounds. No.
No. And Bob, what did you weigh in high school? Because you look like a pretty stout fellow there.
Ooh, 185, but
185.
then 185 was kind of
muscle.
fat.
Well, oh yeah. Well, I was gonna say muscle. Muscle. You've always been in great shape, but I was like, man. And did you do sports or you were
I was in the
medium?
band,
You were band. What did
Yeah.
you play?
saxophone.
Okay.
Marching Blue Devils. We won the Festival of States, or second in the nation,
Yes.
in St.
Wow.
Petersburg. Yes,
Wow.
Cut an album too, didn't you?
we did.
They made an album.
Oh
Yeah,
wow.
yeah.
Wow. I think I have that. Maybe.
Granite Sweets.
I think I may have
Yeah.
it.
Somebody wrote a Graniteer was the name of it, and it was commissioned for our band.
And y'all
And
played
that,
it.
in St. Petersburg.
Wow.
And they thought we were good.
Bill Kelly
Yes,
and
yes,
his daughter, Janet Kelly Wiley's in
yes,
our class.
yes.
Wow.
Well, she's smarter than us. She went to
That's
college
right.
a year
Oh,
earlier.
She missed the senior year because she was so elevated mentally.
Yeah.
Kind of like
She just-
Susan and I got promoted.
She just skipped. Well, I was wondering how you had younger ladies in the class of '69. I mean, it's like, how does this happen? So I tell you, this is incredible. I mean, I almost want to thumb through the yearbook just to see the pictures and the folks, and just incredible the names that have been dropped to me are who's who type people, and it's just amazing. So just amazing.
Hey, Stan, my senior year, I walked in 11 years, Kelly Lee. Janet Kelly, brilliant, had sat in front of me. I walked in the first day of my senior year, and she wasn't there. And I said, what's going on? Said, she's going to college. I said, how am I going to get
cheat?
through?
How am I going to cheat on this? I usually look at her paper. And, wow.
Luckily, she was still there when we were taking Latin and algebra.
Yes.
So, and she just skipped it. She just
She
said,
left me.
That's it. Well, look, y'all, I know a normal spotlight is 30 minutes, and this went by like really fast. But I know it's 9:45, and I just want to thank y'all for taking time to come out, and thank you for. And if by chance you were in the class of '69 and you're like, wait a minute, I need to touch base. Just come on tonight, because I will whenever I can.
No, fine.
Absolutely.
How
You do-
wonderful.
You do not. We would have preferred to be pre-registered, but it's too late for that. So just come on.
You can
Yeah,
be
come
our honorary guest.
There you go. Well, look, that is awesome. The festivities are lined up, and we want to announce again so that we don't have too many people showing up. But
We
tonight,
hate to compete with the fair.
well, you know what?
We may go to the fair.
Kind of be the same thing.
I'm wondering if y'all's don't end up being more entertaining. But
I'm surprised Rooster didn't bring his Elbert County Fair hat. Tell him about on the senior trip. We were prohibited in the souvenir shops and stuff. Mr. Bryant said, "Don't buy any Elbert County Fair hats."
wow.
What did they do?
Where did y'all go on your senior trip?
Washington.
Washington, D.C.
Williamsburg,
Last class.
Williamsburg, Washington, and then back home.
Wow.
Yeah, Lindsay
And
has
Chuck-
the
Chuck-
whole itinerary.
From what y'all did.
Can you imagine
Every
this?
meal is
She
on
knows
there.
everything then.
Yes.
All.
Everything.
Can you imagine this whole group on the Silver Comet all night long in the dining car, all over the train, just loose?
Wow. Now let me ask this.
And we stayed in the Dodge House. You remember that, Chuck?
No,
You and me and Tom Wilhite.
Harrington House.
Well, the Dodge
No,
House when we were in Washington,
Yeah,
because
okay.
you were trying to go to sleep, and they had these vibrators next to the bed that you could put a quarter in to make the bed vibrate.
Okay,
Chuck was
okay,
trying to go to
okay.
bed, and we kept putting quarters in there.
Okay, Stan, cut.
And then
Hold on, let me edit that.
so Chuck gets the vibrator control,
getting
throws it on the
wound
floor, and it starts going faster. And then the phone rings.
That
and
was the
Chuck's
class of
the only one by the
69.
phone, and he answers it. And they told him what the rule was. You remember what the rule was?
No.
No bowling in the Dodge House.
No one was ever allowed to stay there out of Elbert County either again.
I got a picture. I got a picture of that somewhere. Oh, and Leroy Carroll.
Yes.
Yeah.
Leroy Carroll, because I got a picture of him looking out the window of the Washington Monument. The expression on his face says it's a long way down.
Yeah,
Wow.
There was one more trip to Washington. The class after was class of 70. They had to go to Toccoa and catch, I guess, Amtrak or whatever.
Yeah, the train.
We were the
yes.
last one to catch a Silver Comet
Wow.
because it started going out of service
Yeah.
in May of '69, and we went in March of '69 and out of total service in October of '69. It ran from 1947 to
Wow.
1969 from New York to Birmingham.
Wow.
And if you think about that time, there were a lot of business people.
Yeah.
The troupe that came out of New York to
Oh
do
yeah.
the plays in Atlanta stopped in Abbeville at the Opera House there. They
Right.
rode the Silver Comet,
Yeah.
and there were some soldiers that came back. I remember my dad telling the crowd that gathered when the Silver Comet came
Yeah.
with the soldier with the flag on the casket.
Wow.
Very memorable train, and we were the last ones to ride it to Washington with the senior class, and just very memorable. We got Chuck had mentioned about Pat Bell. He has made a replica of the Silver Comet for us, and it is gorgeous.
I can't wait to see this.
It is
It is.
absolutely
It's
gorgeous.
36 inches high,
Yeah.
37 feet long.
Oh wow.
Wow.
It's
He's
awesome.
got silver on it,
Yeah.
and it's going to be to the front of when we take our group picture,
Yeah.
it will be in front of the front row. It is a work of art, because he did works of art for the theater.
Yeah.
Incredible.
It's beautiful.
And
This
he's
is-
going to join us tomorrow night,
Yeah.
too. Yeah.
Selfie paradise.
If you'd like
Right.
to see it, anyone's welcome to come up and witness that on the square. at
That
about
is Saturday
6
night.
Yeah,
right.
Saturday night at about what 6,
Six-ish.
Wow.
Yeah.
6ish.
Wow. This has been incredible, y'all.
Stan,
this has been incredible.
Want to thank you and WSGC for inviting us and having us up here because
Yes.
it's been a blast for
I
us.
thought
too.
when who was it? Was Matt I talked to, and I said we need to get y'all to come by because this is an incredible. You just named a few names that I was like, wait a minute, y'all need to come because you had named Bob Lee and Chris Phelps and Chuck Riley, and I
The
was
most unprecedented.
Unprecedented.
and I said,
Nobody's.
and I love how your class is so close. I love the tightness and the fact that y'all are so close, and what a great time to celebrate and just each other and have fun. I can tell the fun that you're going to have. So it is awesome. And thank y'all for coming and do this.
Thank you,
for
Stan.
having
This
us.
was
We
fun.
only come to the #1 radio
That's it.
station in
That's right.
America.
Number one. By the way, folks,
You
they're,
boosted your ratings today, too, by the way.
you did. They told me a while ago. They said the ratings are off the roof
Check,
right now.
check Arbitron. Arbitron is going to pay you to be on them now.
See, that's what I want. That's what I want. I do want to see if I can pull this up, and it may take me longer than we have, but I'm going to see if I can see who is listening and where they're from right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Stan, that's what I was going to say is that, you say this is you have a worldwide audience here.
Yes.
I just wanted to see that anyone can listen and hear about the class of '69.
That's right.
That's right.
That's right.
Be inspired.
Be
It-
inspired.
And you didn't have to bleep us a single time, did you?
No, we didn't. Well, one time.
We
one
got
time.
close.
Well,
yeah.
Bob has.
Where
something
do
to
you get? Well, no, I can't ask that on the air. Never mind.
we always say you can run, but you can't hide.
That's right.
From this,
We will
and
track
this
you
just shows
down.
you right here. We're worldwide.
We will track you down. Buddy Caruth, where are you?
Yes, that's right.
We can look for Buddy Caruth for months.
I'm trying
Buddy
to look at the map. Hopefully, it'll pull up right here. Yes, we're getting somewhere now. This will show if it's working right now. It will show. So right now we have obviously Elberton. We have down near the coast around the beaches of Georgia. We have Atlanta. Look how many people in Atlanta are listening. I mean, Atlanta is covered up. We have more people in Atlanta listening than Elbert County. So Charlotte, North Carolina, where we have become big. We are really stars in Charlotte, North Carolina. Right. So thank y'all for listening in.
Yeah.
In Athens, Georgia. And so that is so cool. That is so cool. All right, it is the Class of '69 reunion weekend. And this has been an awesome thing. I will treasure this time that y'all came in. Thank you so much.
You should.
Thank
I
Thank you
should.
so much.
Thank you, thank you, Susan and Deborah.
Thank you.
Thank you,
so
Bob
much.
Lee, Matt Hunt, Chuck Riley, and the entire class of